Greg. Before I went away, everything was romantic and mushy, and it's not anymore.
He's probably just tired.
But for what?
Well, he's worked all night before, eh?
He hasn't rang or anything.
Oh, he thought you'd be asleep.
Well, the last time I saw him, he was crashed out on my couch.
He's at your place.
Em and Chris painting the town red.
You've been avoiding me, haven't you?
No way.
Yes, you have. I've just got back, and you don't want to spend any time with me.
Babe, there's
Something is going on behind my back, Greg, and I'm not moving until you tell me exactly what it is.
Hey, I'm the good guy here.
Cut the act. I want to know the truth.
Okay, I'll tell you. You're right, I lied. I'm sorry.
Why?
It's Chris.
Oh, yeah. Go and blame Chris.
Hey, I'm not
and
blaming...
don't start with the boys will be boys garbage. This is about a woman, isn't it?
Oh, no way.
And Chris is your alibi.
No.
What then?
He wouldn't like me talking about...
Get on with it.
Okay. Look, please. Okay, look. I didn't know Chris that well before the accident. But since I got back, we've got kind of close, you know? We're good buddies. It's taken him forever to kind of let his guard down. You know, that's what whiskey's for, I suppose, but... Well, I think I've heard things that a lot of other people haven't.
Like what?
It still haunts him, Kirsty. The crash. I mean, his body's recovered. Oh, man, he would kill me if he knew us. The thing is, he's still really vulnerable. I mean, there's been nights where he's just about bawled. I've tried to be around for him, to try and keep an eye on him, watch his drinking, you know.
And what about last night?
Last night was one of those dark nights of the soul. But he got through. And I shouldn't have lied.
And I shouldn't have been so suspicious. I'm sorry.
Well, let's just keep this between ourselves, eh? I mean, Chris, he'd freak.
Nick, what are you up to today?
Nothing much. How was squash?
Got paged away to an emergency.
Bummer.
While you're home, you could get the vacuum out.
Hey?
Place is a pigsty.
Boink, boink.
And you're going to do something about it, boy.
I've got to study.
Won't take you long.
Later, okay? Man, he was bad as mum.
Suit yourself. I've got a squash game to resurrect. You know, g'day, Eunice, Johnny. Time to get that squash ball back in play, I reckon. Yep. Sounds perfect. Spot you there. Kitchen could do with a good clean, too. We'll get to start by washing the floor.
Haven't you ever heard of saving water? Aren't you going to answer it?
Why waste my time?
But it's an emergency.
Nick, how many times did you think I'd fall for it?
Thanks for keeping me informed.
Sorry?
Sex selection program running smoothly, is it?
It's still a fair way off. Who told you?
Not you, obviously.
Before you start throwing things, it's only in the planning stage.
Which makes it none of my business, does it?
Of course not. Don't take it personally, Grace.
It was extremely embarrassing trying to explain to Michael why I knew nothing about it.
Oh, so he knows about it already.
Along with half the clinic, probably.
Damn interfering social workers.
Donald, we're supposed to be a team.
We are. You're the one who suggested we should demarcate our caseloads, if I recall.
Oh, and that's your excuse.
I don't feel the need to make any excuses at all.
Are you trying to pull rank here?
No, I would have told you when the time was right.
Oh, well, hang out the flags.
We obviously need to tread delicate.
I'll save it, Donald. I don't like being made a fool of, and I don't intend to put up with it.
You can't just sit there, you've got to go.
Not this time, mate.
But this is for real, someone could be dying.
Look, you've had your joke. Johnny Marinovich, prize sucker, but the show's over now.
Look, okay, I made all those other calls, but that was a hoax to get you out of the house. It isn't me.
You realise how much trouble you could get in for this? You're bloody lucky I didn't report you.
I don't care, arrest me, shoot me at dawn, whatever. You have to go. It isn't me this time. You better hurry, you've lost valuable time.
Squash waits for no man.
Hey?
You've stuffed up one game, Nick. You're not stuffing up two.
Look, ring the clinic then if you have to check. If you don't believe me.
Thank you, bye.
These need filing, Joe. Any messages?
Ruth picked them up earlier.
In future, I would like reception to give my messages to me, not to Ruth, not to anyone else. Understood? Ruth, you have my messages.
Nothing important, just trivial admin stuff. I dealt with them.
Did you?
Oh, one important thing. I changed your golf day next week.
You did what?
You're playing on Monday now. Is that difficult?
No, it's not difficult. It's quite simple. Change it back.
Pardon?
You heard.
Dr. Hilton Jones' secretary called. He can't make it on Wednesday. He requested the change, and your schedule is free on Monday.
Oh, fine. Monday it is then.
There you are, Kirsty.
Yeah, I left something at home.
A personal emergency, Ellen said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks, Joe. Did Ellen ask you to?
Yeah, no worries. You okay?
Yeah, I talked to Greg. Everything's sorted out.
Oh, great. So, you worked till he dropped?
Yeah, the poor guy. I have to watch how he doesn't take on too much. To think I thought he'd found another girlfriend. Shortland Street, good afternoon.
Guy,
If this is about the sex selection thing, I had to talk to Lakella.
you could have come to me first.
Well, I thought it would be best to speak to someone who wasn't personally involved.
As it happens, I knew nothing about the program until Michael told me.
I'm sorry, I just assumed...
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
This thing is too controversial to keep the lid on.
Where have I heard that one before?
Well, there's a lot of unanswered questions here, including the scientific validity of the technique.
I agree.
You do?
Of course.
Oh, that's good then. We can put a stop to this until some specific guidelines can be laid down.
Sure.
I don't know, did Donald seriously believe he could get away with being a total law unto himself?
Probably.
Custom-made kids. It's obscene.
I think it's a fairly emotive reaction.
Okay, well, what happens next? No one can be born unless they conform to specific
It's
guidelines.
only sex selection, Guy. I don't have a problem with it myself.
You're kidding.
Why shouldn't parents be able to choose the sex of their baby? Lots of people have a preference. This way they get the child they want. Isn't that good for everybody?
Kirsty! Excuse me, there's an emergency. Did they get her another anaesthetist?
Excuse me.
Well?
Yes, Nick, they got another anaesthetist eventually, but it was a really nasty accident. Took them ages to cut him out of the wreckage, and then, of course, the extra delay before they could operate.
The guy didn't cack it.
I don't know. Last time I heard they were praying for a miracle.
Oh, man.
I mean, I don't understand. Where is Dr. Marinovich? Why did you respond to his page and not him?
He left it on the table by mistake.
Well, it's a mistake that could cost that poor guy's life.
Greg,
Just admiring the view.
Kirsty said you sorted everything out.
About last night's forgotten already.
She was really upset.
Yeah, well, she's a bit of a warrior, Kirsty.
You could have run.
Suppose you hate me as well.
No.
Good.
I just think it's great, you know, that you've sorted everything out. Good for both of you.
And for you,
Well, it's really nothing to do with me.
isn't it?
Greg! We were expecting you in A&E.
Eh?
Well, the look on Kirsty's face this morning. Have you ever seen that movie, Faster Pussycat Kill Kill?
Nah, there's no claw marks on my back, mate. More's the pity. Yeah, anyway, spot you, dude. Thanks for the use of the rack. I mean, the couch.
Yeah.
When's there going to be some news?
It's in the lap of the gods now, Nick.
Man, the waiting's horrible.
Look, there's nothing you can do here. Why don't you just go home?
I can't.
Well, it's not like you know the guy or anything. It's not your fault we couldn't find an anaesthetist fast enough.
What's all that about?
Just some instructions from Dr. Marinovich.
Hey, Nick, what's up? We're hoping for a miracle. Hey, have you spoken to Marge yet about Laurie? No, not yet. Why not? It's really hard, mate. Oh, man, what a world. Death and decay everywhere. Mum, can you come out to lunch today?
Oh, Stuart, you've taken me by surprise.
Good. Well, we haven't had a good talk in ages.
Well, I'll be finished here in half an hour, if that's all right with you, Kirsty.
Oh, fine by me. Where are you going?
Well, it's a nice day. I thought we might grab a thermos of coffee and go down to the beach, eh?
Dad!
Fair cop.
You said you'd take it easy.
I'm just getting things a bit ship-shape, that's all.
You're impossible.
Look, resting's not going to get the baby a new bonnet.
How's your headache?
I'm all right.
The truth is still bad, isn't it?
It's not getting any worse.
Let's have a cuppa and sit down, eh?
Look, I'm not an invalid. I've got work to do.
You have to take care of yourself.
I've got customers to take care of. I've got orders to get out. And I can't afford to lose the trade.
Dad, just calm down.
Oh, I'm perfectly calm.
You shouldn't be getting yourself all worked up like this.
Ruth, I'm all right. If I need rest, I'll take rest. Now, go back to school. There's a good girl.
And the IVF clinic is still suiting you okay?
Yeah, it's fascinating. I'm liking it more and more.
Good. So how are things at home?
Fine.
Are they?
Why wouldn't they be?
Oh, I don't know. Must be hard living with a couple.
Not really.
I thought Greg and Kirsty were having a few problems.
Well, I suppose they are. I try to stay out of it.
Do you?
What's that supposed to mean?
I may be way off the mark here, but do you and Greg have something going on?
No, of course not.
My mistake.
Oh, we're just friends. I'd never do anything to hurt Kirsty.
I know you wouldn't.
People can just be friends without that sort of thing going on, you know.
This is Greg we're talking about.
He's not as bad as...
As everyone thinks, my, how our roles have reversed.
No, they haven't. I've just got to know him better.
Oh. Exactly how well have you got to know him again?
I told you, we're just friends. And anyone who thinks otherwise has just got a filthy mind.
Who's that for?
Ruth,
What?
I invited her to lunch.
Did you have to do that?
No, I didn't have to. I wanted to.
I endure that woman all day. Do I have to socialise with her as well?
Shut up. Ruth, how are you?
Fine. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Errands to run.
Hello, Ruth.
Michael?
We were just talking house buying.
Oh, I know a good agent.
There's no need. We're looking at getting a place we're renting. It belongs to a friend.
I'd say do it. House prices are mad, but they won't get any better.
Yes, the trouble is we have a temporary cash flow problem.
Surely with your combined assets, it wouldn't be too difficult to raise the capital. Just a matter of rationalising your resources.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
We're lucky people, you and me, Kirsty.
Yeah?
Of course. We've both found the person of our dreams, and we've got each other for a best mate. Cozy as.
Yeah.
I know. I can't expect to buy my forgiveness, but if you knew what it took to get these here, you'd go easy on me.
Try me.
You try riding a Harley and carrying a bunch of flowers, my reputation's shot.
I forgave you this morning, you idiot. All I want is for us to spend some time together.
Yeah, I'm actually doing a little bit of grovelling in advance here.
In advance?
Tonight, now, look, my mum's auntie's in town, right? And it's a drag, but I got to do the dutiful nephew bit. She missed out on the funeral, right? Wants to hear about it, pat my hand.
I could come with you. I would love to meet one of your family.
I'd love that too, babe, but hey, I couldn't do that to you. Maisie, she's a dragon from way back. She'd eat you for breakfast.
Sure, okay. After then.
I can't, hun, I can't. It's Chris. He's only just...
Well, can't you take the night off for a change?
Hey, I would, but he's just hanging in there. He insisted. Now, he promised, though, that I should make it up to you, and I will, babe. I will.
I was talking to Ruth yesterday.
What about?
About you and Laurie, sort of.
Oh, Stuart, I wish you hadn't. What's done is done. Best leave well alone.
You don't know the whole story.
What whole story?
You need to talk to Laurie.
There are some things you're too young to understand. Sometimes you think you know a person really well, and then it turns out there are sides to them that you've never seen before. And if you're lucky, you find out before it's too late.
But...
And that's all I want to say about Laurie and me. We've drifted apart. And that's the end of it.
There's something very important that Laurie hasn't told you.
More secrets?
He's sick.
What sort of sick?
He's been acting strangely because of Alzheimer's.
Nick, message for you.
Is that the operating theatre? Oh, man.
No, that was Johnny. He wants to meet you at home right now.
What about the operation?
It's okay, you'll be the first to know.
Kirsty, I have to make a call.
Oh, sure, you go for it. I can wait. Having lunch by myself anyway.
This should clean up the rash. Good luck for opening night.
Pathology for Mr. Somerville Ryan?
I was surprised to see Greg still in one piece this morning.
Wires crossed, all sorted.
Uh-huh.
And just to show how truly noble I am, I'm letting him go out with you tonight.
Eh?
Well, I don't have to monopolise his time. By the way, Chris, if there's anything you want to talk about, I'm here for you, and I'm sure that goes with Sam too. And as for tonight, just don't make it an all-nighter, okay?
What I don't need is another night out with Greg. I'm still recovering from the last one.
But haven't you organised something for tonight?
Nope.
Well, Greg thinks you have.
Oh, right. Yeah, we just haven't finalised the details yet.
Are you sure?
Yeah, nearly slipped my mind. Thanks for reminding me.
Hello.
Oh, Laurie.
You've reached the answer phone of Brash's nursery. Please feel free to leave a message.
Laurie, it's Marge here. It doesn't matter, really. It should wait until I see you.
Not heading off, I hope, Marge.
Something's come up.
Kirsty's lunch break is long overdue.
Well, yes, but
And I know you won't mind taking care of these urgent mail-outs, will you? I need them copied and collated first.
He told me Chris practically begged him to go out tonight, which is what really went on last night, apparently. But when I saw Chris, he didn't know anything about it. And Chris pretended to remember, but it was just like he was covering up. Craig never tells me anything, man. It's like living with Jekyll and Hyde.
Maybe it's just he's quite a private person.
No, definitely secretive. It's really starting to get me down.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't mean to be. He probably just has trouble expressing his true feelings.
His true feelings, yeah, well, I'm starting to wonder about them. How does he really feel about me, for instance?
He loves you, doesn't he?
I think so. Hope so. I mean, I know I love him, you know, but all the time we've been together, do you think that I've heard those three little words even once?
Rest assured, we'll consult with you closely every step of the way.
Well, I am relying on you to hold him to that, Grace.
Understood.
Marge, can you get me Hilton Jones on the phone? Marge,
Fine.
you all right?
I'm fine.
What is it?
It's Laurie. He's ill.
Oh, dear. What's the problem?
It's... I can hardly... Every time I think about it...
Marge, it's okay. You want to be with him, don't you?
I'm sorry, Dr. McKinnon.
You take the rest of the afternoon off. Go.
And what about the desk?
Don't worry. I'll get Ruth to mind it.
Thank you.
Nonsense. Go on. Off you go.
That's very kind of you.
Say hello to your clever, clever wife.
Hello.
I found a way to buy the house.
Oh?
Just a small sacrifice for the greater good of the McKenna family is all it took.
Well, what better cause is there?
Well, I'm glad you feel like that because I found someone who's willing to pay a very good price for the Lexus.
Oh, no way. I'm not selling the car. You can forget that idea.
Michael, it hardly sees the light of day.
That's not the point. We agreed. You find the money for the house from your finances, not mine.
I think you're overlooking one small matter.
Being?
The Lexus is mine. At least it's in my name.
That is for tax purposes only.
And as Ruth pointed out, I can sell anything that's legally mine.
Alex, absolutely, definitely not.
Wait, it's too late for this, darling. I've done it. It's sold.
What do you mean there was no operation?
What I said. There was no accident either. Eh? Phantom phone calls, phantom emergency. You've been double-crossed.
So the guy's life wasn't hanging by a thread?
There was no guy.
So what are you going to do?
Thought I might get back to my book.
No, I mean about the pager. You going to dog me?
Under the circumstances, I think you've probably suffered enough.
Man, I thought I'd killed
It
him.
was a dumb idea, Nick. Dumb and dangerous.
I know.
There is something I think you should have, though.
I bruise really easily.
Not with this, you won't.
Couldn't I just wash your car for the rest of my life or something?
Thought you'd rather have this. It's a replacement for the couch. Well, temporary replacement, while it's at a professional upholsterer's.
What is it?
A beanbag, obviously. Interior design classic of the 70s.
Yeah?
Sit on it.
You missed your vacation. You should be working at the United Nations.
Childcare centre, more like it.
Yeah, well, I think we softened up McKinnon O-end. It's great to have you on side, and I'm sorry. I should have consulted you from the start. I can be an arrogant sod.
Well, congratulations on that moment of insight.
From now on, I'm an open book.
Good.
This isn't going to affect our personal life, is it?
I don't see why it should. Because as of now, we don't have a personal life.
Hi.
Greg, what's going on?
You tell me.
Kirsty said you lied to her again.
Yeah, I did.
Why?
I didn't want to hurt her, you know? I mean, what am I going to tell her? That I don't want to be with her?
That's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah, well, it's the truth.
Look, I've been thinking I should move out. You know, the two of you need your space and... Well, I hate feeling like this.
Like what?
Guilty. I know the two of us are just friends, but everything's just getting really complicated.
See, now you're kind of telling lies.
What?
You know as well as I do that. Well, we're more than friends.
You shouldn't say that.
I can't help the way I feel, Joe.
Yeah, what about Kirsty?
I don't want to hurt her any more than you do. But you're right, you know, things are getting kind of complicated. I love you, Joe.
Laurie, are you there? It's me, Marjorie.
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost, it seems. I think a change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place. Yesterday's another race, just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see.